11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It's Monday, October 26th, 2020. Still trucking along. We are here in the old 2020. Hope you guys had a good weekend. The Cardinals played one of the best games I've ever seen against Seattle last night. Holy crap. I didn't watch it until late, well, this morning, about 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30-ish. And I thought they were going to lose 3 times. They came back and won it at overtime with 9 seconds left. I got to tell you, I said they were going to be, 11-5 this year? And what are they? 5-2 right now. They should be 6-1. But they look good. Man, that was a fun game. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Monday, a kickoff to the new week. Tonight we're going to talk about, I don't know. I may have figured out this Jet-Pak guy. You know, these guys, like Stanton Friedman would say. Yeah, this is LAX behind me. This is LA. It's the airport. There's the airplanes. Your mother's got 9. I just watched a Charlie Brown. Somebody did a remake with the cartoon. I forget the name of the song. It's a ZZ Top song. It goes, I'm seeing the crime, and I find there's mistaken. You know, I got a... And I got Charlie Brown, the whole gang, playing instruments, birds dancing. You got Eddie Van Snoopy on the bass guitar. He was jamming. That was fun. Joe Monk sent that to me. Thanks for that. That was funny. Anyway, it's a good song when you don't hear it a lot. What is it? What is that song? And I find my mistaken. Then I don't think we ever talked about the Mandelbrot set. Mandelbrot? Mandelbaum. No, it's Mandelbrot set. I think we did. Yeah. You know what we'll do? We'll talk about it last, just in case I don't want to talk about it. I gotta be honest. I tell you, I don't even know how I'm here right now. As the intro's playing, I get this urge to, yak attack. I don't know. Anyway, let's do some roll call. Why? What else are we talking about? That's it, right? Oh, there's one other thing. Oh, I just added that. What are we doing? I can't go back in here and see what the, what did I put? What did I put? Whoa. Let me see. There's one other thing I have to talk about it. I don't know why, but I think I just have to. Oh, recording your thoughts. Hey, Pat, with a $20 super chat. It's Super Chat Pat. Thank you for that. I almost forgot to say it. There we go. It goes all over the home screen. Right all over LA Airport. I love the background. Yeah, Third Phase says you need to use COVID. The really good, super sharp, high resolution. And I did. Yeah, I think I can switch it out during the show. Let's take a look here. I have some cool ones. Let's see. Oh, I can. I like this one. You know. Jet-Pak adventure. I was going to keep that on for a while. Here's one of my favorites. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with the Ouija board right now? That's my Ouija board, actually. I took a picture of it. 4K. All right, here's one for tonight I was going to use. Jet-Pak Dubai. COVID. I was going to use this one, too. Guyana. See, we're going to go over that, because are they really a pic of Deadpool? Are they really, is that a Jet-Pak? No, that is a rocket. Guy on a rocket. That's not a Jet-Pak guy like, oh, where's my Jet-Pak? I thought I put one up. No. I thought I had the jet. Oh, it wasn't high resolution. It's my own pick. Yeah, you know, a Jet-Pak guy. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff right now. What should I do? What should I leave it on? Airport? Here, you tell me. This one? This one? This one? And I know you're 10 seconds behind. Or this one? Maybe I can go like, looking at the stars or something. Here's one in the white sands of Nakatomi. I'm trying to move out of the way. Or this one. Yeah, these are real high quality. Which one? Ouija board? Well, we got to keep it to the theme. You want to go Jetpack Adventure for now? All right, we'll do this one. Since the first one. Thank you. Me too. You guys rock. All right. Well, there we go. That looks beautiful. Oh, my God. I feel like I'm in a studio. Huh? Studio. Studio. And later, towards the end of the show, we're going to have a little fun. We're going to go on an adventure in a haunted house. I kid you not. All right. Enough talk. Talk is cheap. What do we got? Roll call. Brett Lewis. What do you say, BL? Welcome to the show. You like the airport? Well, which one? You don't want this one? You want me to change it to the airport? You guys tell me. I can change it whenever we want. You know what I mean? Kim Jong-un, the Rocket Man. Rocket Man, burning like a doo-dee-da-da-doo-da-doo. All right. Dark Hour Space Paranormal. He's DHP. Pat Walker. Texas Ranger, I see ya. Yeah, we'll change this as the show goes on. That's what I meant to do last night. But you get this. Ooh, man. Where are we? B. Baker. Yeah, I like LAX too. B. Baker in the house. 2 B's are better than 1. Why not 2? Tina, hi Sola. I know ya. I saw ya. Welcome to the show too. Zach Diecast Monsu. I know you like that because I say it correctly, right? Well, it's not time yet. I know. I already cracked it. Jaime's mad because I undid I already cracked the tab on it. You know? Thanks, Tina. Off-World Adam, OWA, says Kim Jong-un is the Rocket Man. That's true. He likes the airport. I like the airport one. I like them all, to be honest with you. You can't go wrong with all these. DJ, so nice. You were naming yourself twice. Welcome to the show. Stuart Bodwell. What's up, SB? Steve Grilly. There's a guy who does sports, I think, in Arizona. His name's Steve Grillo. Or Morning Show. That's whatever you're... But you're not him. I wouldn't want to do that to you. Nicole Sakach. Nicole Sakaducci. Hey, how you doing, Nikki? Nikki Sakaducci, everybody. Are you related to Father Guido Sarducci? No. Do you know who that is? I think because you're 12 years younger than me, right? You're 50. Yeah, I'll be 63 in March. Howdy. All right, are we good to go? Cornelius Doherty. I know, it's Doherty. Welcome to the show. Cornelius the Great. That's who you are. Cornelius the Great. It's just the way it goes. Planet Zeta Reticuli. You son of a bee. How did I know that Planet Zeta Reticuli would be here tonight? Lori Oliphant. L.O. in the house, everybody. Coral Ann in the TV set. You turn the channel and she's not done yet. She'll hit that mute so you can hear. It's Coral Ann in the TV set. Scotty Eisner, not Billy Eisner. How you doing? All right, Brett Lewis is... Oh, I already said hi? All right, let's go. Frapp Seppuccino. How you doing? Wreaking Havoc 215, right through the front door. I saw you. All right, I'm getting annoyed at myself right now. I'm like super annoyed hearing this. So we'll end it. Welcome, everybody. You know what I have to do? We're going to change it up. I don't know if I'm going live mañana. But I'm going to change the roll call. We'll still do it. But I'm going to do like a 1-minute roll call from now on, I think. Not this 4 or 5 minute. It's just a waste. So I feel like I'm wasting your time, and I'm such a mean bastard for saying that, right? Because I think people enjoy hearing the shout out. I know, you tell me, I like the shout out. Just keep it going. I like the shout out. But when we get to too many people, I'm not going to say, it's 20 after. Dave just rolled in, it's not going to be like that. All right. So let's get right into it. let's start off with this jetpack thing, because I think I figured it out. But I want to give you a little history. So I was going to make a standalone video tonight and make like a 12, 13-minute video about this. So everything's already lined up in the order I was going to make it and all that stuff. So here we go. Let me go ahead and stop that for a second. We'll continue there. And we'll share that, right? Very good. And then we're going to keep an open screen so I can freely move about tonight. And there he is. That's the news guy, right? Yep. All right, 3, 2, go.
And FBI are investigating a startling report of what they're calling an airspace intruder, a man wearing a jetpack. The FAA says 2 airline crews reported the close encounter Sunday night approaching Los Angeles International Airport. Chris Van Cleve is following the investigation for us. Chris, good morning to you. What do we know?
Well, good morning. Investigators are skeptical it was in...
Come on, guy, take the mask off. They found out that masks, unless you buy the right one, don't really work.
In fact, a jetpack, but talk about a high-flying mystery in the skies over Los Angeles. Did 2 pilots really see a man with a jetpack at 3,000 feet?
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
Then another jetpack sighting moments later from a Southwest pilot.
We just saw the guy pass by us.
Jetpacks like this one from LA-based Jet-Pak Aviation are not common. Only a handful of companies in the world make them, and they are not commercially available. The company says their technology was not involved. Jet-Pak Aviation CEO confirmed to CBS News he has been in touch with the FAA about the technology, but says their aircraft does not have enough fuel to get a person to 3,000 feet and back to the ground
safely. Right. Okay. So you saw there the guy flying around on the jetpack, right? A guy recorded. He's got a channel called Buffalo Escape. It says live footage from the ground of the jetpack scene at LAX airport. Now I warn you, this may look stupid. I'm just telling you. All right, here we go. 3, 2, go.
There's a guy with a jetpack flying. We're on the boards. And yep, it's a guy with a jetpack we're chasing.
Could this be a guy in a jetpack?
There, so let's get up close and... Yeah, check this out. Hope I don't crash.
People on the ground, right? Outside, just happen to see this thing.
Try to zoom in as I'm riding.
There it is. It's Buzz Lightyear, guys. All right.
We have Buzz Lightyear there flying around, zooming around, and found a jet ski today in the water. So, where is it?
The guy found a jet ski in the water. I don't know what that means. So there's a guy. Maybe they saw that. So that was back when? September? September-ish? And then, or late August. It was 7 weeks ago today. No, that was the second one, which is this one here. Okay, so it came, okay, so the first one was seen at 3,000 feet. And it was about 1,000 feet away, the pilot estimated. 2 pilots saw it. So then about 7 weeks ago, there was another sighting of what is called the jetpack guy. And it made the news, and it scared everybody. And here it is.
Attention all aircraft, use caution, jetpack rocket, and has been reported.
A startling warning in the skies over Los Angeles after a China Airlines crew reported a shocking sight. What appeared to be someone wearing a jetpack flying 6,000 feet in the air about 7 miles northwest of Los Angeles International Airport. The latest mid-air incident, a repeat of a similar sighting just 6 weeks ago when a commercial airlines pilot radioed in saying he saw the same thing just east of LAX.
Tower, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997, okay, thank you. Were they off to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
Shortly after, a second pilot called the tower.
We just saw the guy pass by us at Jet-Pak.
The FAA says it contacted law enforcement and is looking into Wednesday's report. The FBI now says it's also investigating multiple reported sightings of a Jet-Pak flyer, now on a long list of modern dangers.
The thing is, there just isn't enough fuel to get to 3,000 feet, let alone 6,000. But I may have found out what they're talking about. Just hold on, I'm going to play it. Yeah, well, let's continue this because, now, why isn't that pulling up the way I usually do it? Oh, I see. Hey, wait a minute. Okay. So, I forgot what I was going to say. All right, let's go back and just watch this.
Facing pilots like drones and laser pointers, jetpacks could potentially put planes at risk.
The airliner could run into you, and it could bring the airliner down.
For today, Gotti Schwartz, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Some people may have been chuckling about that, but it's serious business.
Wow, he says. Wow. Hey! All right, so that's that one.
Has Rocket Man returned? A China Airlines flight crew spotted a possible person today hovering near LAX in a jetpack. This is the second jetpack sighting in about 6 weeks now, and this time it was flying twice as high.
NBC4's Robert Kovacic live in the newsroom now with new information for us. Robert.
Carolyn and Chuck, tonight NBC4 trying to make sense of now another mystery. The FBI and FAA are taking very seriously due to the dangerous and deadly consequences. But what we have are 2 incidents, 0 video, no pictures captured from passengers in the air or people on the ground. What we do have is a 3-time Academy Award winner who just happened to invent what he says is the world's first jetpack.
As you can see, you couldn't make a quick getaway.
Trying on the most expensive thing I've ever worn, a $500,000 jetpack. Believed to be the only one in LA and only one of 4 jetpacks in the world.
We don't want to start it, but how loud is it?
Really, really loud.
Just saw a flying object.
Today, a China airline
just saw a flying object. That was, I know, it's pretty telling. All right, what's next here? This guy says a guy in a jetpack, I think he says could fly through the plane or cut it in half.
Airlines crew reports something 6,000 feet above near LAX.
Flying object, was it a UAV or was it a jetpack?
That's a jetpack.
Was it an unidentified or unmanned aerial vehicle, or was it a jetpack? Like a jetpack. It was like a jetpack, he says. Remember those words.
We didn't do it. And I don't know who did it. I don't think anybody did.
Meet Nelson.
I don't think anybody did it.
Tyler.
Remember that. Whoa.
Designer of the rocket belt that flew into the opening ceremony of the LA Olympics in '84.
That was cool.
And who's been fine-tuning the future of jetpack flight ever since. No, this won't be taking you to work anytime soon.
It's too dangerous. You know, if an engine quits, you die. And a parachute system that can work from 10 feet doesn't exist.
This is what 4,300 feet looks like, so that jetpacker was another 2,000 feet higher.
News Shopper 4 Bravo checking out what China Airlines spotted, and back on August 30th, pilots reported the same.
We just saw the guy pass by us at Jet-Pak, only in LA.
But Tyler says if there is a real jetpack out there, he would know.
I think it's probably an inflatable, look-alike jetpack, not real.
An inflatable look-alike. I think it's this guy right here. The Dubai guy. Check it out. This makes sense, but it's not that. Because they didn't say. Everybody would know. They would see the plume of exhaust coming out the ass of these things, right? Well, here's Jet-Pak. They call this Jet-Pak flying in Dubai. So, you be the judge? Wow. I mean, really? I mean, you see what I mean? It's crazy. Now, watch this. Let me get to a really cool looking part. I think it's on this video. Here it is, I think. Alright, that's close enough, but... No, I thought they were going to show me something else. It's probably on another video. So those are about 1,500 feet high, almost 2,000. Now, you would wonder exactly what you're reading right there. Well, wouldn't anybody, a witness, have seen a parachute come off of this thing? Right? Aren't there people on the ground in a world full of cell phones, Nathan? Nobody got a picture of a guy parachuting, and I guarantee it, in LA, and somebody would have had a phone available at the ready and would have photographed somebody parachuting out of the sky. But check this out. I've shown this before on the show, believe it or not. It's a wingless suit. No parachute. All right. Maybe that happened. I doubt it, though. That would take some... You'd have to get approval from the FAA, you know? I don't know where this was. It was in the middle of nowhere, but still, he dropped out of the world's first wingless landings without a parachute. Stuntman Gary Connery jumps from a helicopter at 2,400 feet, flying a wingsuit, and then lands without deploying a parachute. It doesn't say where. But, you know, a lot of people would have known about this. If there was a Jet-Pak suit out there, this guy would have known about it. Watch this guy. So you want to say, well, why didn't people in the airplanes take a picture of this thing? It's very possible somebody did. And when they landed, there were people ready and asking, intimidating, and maybe saying, did anybody get a photograph of the Jet-Pak guy? And maybe somebody did. And they confiscated it. I don't know. I think we would have heard about that. So we haven't heard of any confiscations, any FBI, CIA, or NA, DOD. Nobody was waiting at the gate for anybody. As far as we know, we haven't heard anything, right? Let's see what this guy's... This guy, now, you would think, okay, could it be like an Iron Man suit? Well, you just heard. There's only 4 working Jet-Pak suits in the world. This is insane. But he can't go 6,000 feet up. He's got to stay right over. So it ain't this guy. That's my point. Pretty cool though. My God, I want one. That is so cool. So, there's your Iron Man. Now, I've been playing this stuff for the last, 15 minutes? 10 minutes? I think I may have an answer. I think I have... Well, and if you listen to the pilots, the way they're talking, especially the one where the tower says, is it a UAV or is it a guy on a jetpack? Or is it Jet-Pak or whatever? Yeah, she says, is it a UAV or a Jet-Pak guy? Here's some more, watch. I'll let you hear one more thing with the tower.
And then there's this from the air traffic controller.
I don't know if this is it.
23, use caution. Person in the Jet-Pak reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet.
723, you were heard, and we are definitely looking.
Only in LA.
That wasn't it. So here's what I think. Why don't I have my video up of all things? Hold on. Anyway, so I made a Facebook. That's what I was going to do. Hold on. So I wrote a little ditty about this, what this might be. Did I talk about this already yesterday? I don't know if I did. I can't remember. But here, look at this. Here's a Jet-Pak. Here's my Jet-Pak, a still shot from my video I took, 2005. Okay, so what do you think? Balloons? Balloons? What I saw looked like an iron suit, like Iron Man, but from 1900s. Patina metal, dented helmet, octagon-shaped shoes and helmet. Scuba tanks on the back that had 3 equidistant holes and a hole on the bottom of each of these shoes or platforms that this guy I saw was wearing. Because I looked through the binoculars. This looks nothing. I mean, it's just a blob of crap on a high 8. But through the binoculars, it was clear. And I was able to see that there was 2 tanks on the back and a big octagon-shaped helmet. It looked similar to this, but different. The guy that I saw had a big tray that looked like it came out and was like the control panels. And his hands were probably holding something that was on this tray that sat out in front of him. You can't see it here, but it's there. And, the legs would sway a little bit. They do with this guy. My Jet-Pak guy, spun around like, you could say it's balloons, but this guy does it too. He did a 360. My guy was about 1,500 feet up, 1,015. That's a little too high for a Jet-Pak. So, did I catch the technology in 2005 being flown over Phoenix, Arizona? I taped it for about 27 minutes. It went in a straight line. It went to the north. It stopped. I have it all on video. And then it started coming back almost in this, like, it went like this, but then it came back and went this way. So I lost it behind the house. And when I went out front to find it, I couldn't find it. I just couldn't. It's a dot. So once you lose your bearings, it's hard. Especially I had to walk about 50 feet. Anyway, So here's what I think's going on. Jet-Pak guy is not a Jet-Pak guy at all. I think it's code for UFO. When she says a UAV or Jet-Pak, and the guy goes, like a Jet-Pak, I think it's code for UFO. I don't think it's a Jet-Pak guy. You heard these people act like they were saying, it looks like a guy in a jetpack. It looks like a guy flying a jetpack. Maybe that's what they're taught to say. What would they use NASA? They use Santa Claus. I got Santa Claus and his reindeer on the edge of the mountain. Like, that makes sense. The sightings that we've been seeing the last 2 months, especially with what happened over Sholo, what happened over Hawaii this weekend. The thing over Hawaii, I don't know if you were here yesterday. Hold on. Let me get rid of this Facebook thing. I don't know if you were here yesterday when I played that third phase video. Let's see if I got it. I should have it right here. Here it is. Oh, I can't play that one. I don't have permission. You gotta have permission. Well, thank God third phase is nice enough to give me permission. Because these sightings... So what do you don't think I'm right about the code? Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying. There's no pictures, no video, nothing on Jet-Pak guy. So I don't think it's a Jet-Pak guy. Somebody would have seen something, and the reason they didn't in the airplane, because the pilots didn't say, out to the left, you could see a Jet-Pak guy. It didn't happen like that. Anything 1,000 feet away is going to be hard to see in an airplane. So they probably didn't say anything to the passengers, and the passengers, if they did see it, probably didn't think they saw what they saw. Or just didn't see it because it wasn't in their line of sight. I don't think we've seen the last of Jet-Pak guy, but why in LA? What happens in LA? The code? There isn't much more to say about the code, DJ. There isn't much to say. Pilots, if they see anything, don't say, well, they shouldn't say. I know in the military, right, they used certain code words. I don't know what they are. I didn't bother looking it up because why? Why bother? It could be anything. It could be reindeer. It could be, weather balloon could be code word for that. I've got a weather balloon with legs on it because it's one of those guys, Stan Friedman would say. These guys are. So, I don't know, man. I just work here. It's just really strange what's been going on, though. Right before the election, if pilots don't want to freak everybody out, they would say, we've got Venus in our, they could say something so other people around them don't know. Listening in, because you never know who's listening. I don't know what this means. Probably like a phone. So this just happened over Hawaii. I'm going to play this because it's really good. Is it this one? Yeah, I don't think I played this, did I?
Slowly with...
I think I played it. Oh, I did. That was when Dave and I were going to do something the other night. The other night. Anyway, these sightings are pretty cool. I'm going to show him right now, just in case, because Dave didn't see these. So when the show ended last night, I showed Dave the sightings that are happening over Hawaii. And when we were looking at them, I noticed that, my God, this looks like an object, like one big object, not Chinese lanterns. Am I looking at the right video? All right, let's just start it from here.
Aluwalu and...
See? I don't want to start that far deep. All right, here we go.
Nepali on the west side, just about 10
Little
p.m.
Paulie?
This Saturday. And let me tell you, we have a lot of videos that have just come into us right here at Third Phase Moon. We're just going to get it started. It's going to be a wild ride, everybody.
Focus!
Buckle up. Let's get to Jason Cornell. He captured this.
Yeah,
as
right
you can
before
see.
it goes
he
over
posted
the
it just 12 hours ago from Kapolei. Watch this.
You're missing it. I'm right here. Where is it? It came from like that. I went, what the fuck is that?
All right, we go to our second submitter, Cams808. He said he saw this. He's calling it the Santa sighting over Oahu. Watch.
Oh man, I mean that's
we
see. Yeah,
even
why
have
do I do
more
that every
video
time?
coming in from Jane Namu. She said she took this over Honolulu. Her husband thinks it's a swarm of meteors. Many lights in formation.
Okay, come on now. You can see the shape now. Here's the weird thing. Last night when I was looking at this with Dave, I could have sworn I saw something come down here and then come up here, but now I don't see it. Oh, there's a little bit of it. Okay, right there. I do see that. So maybe that... See, it looks like an airplane. But it isn't. There's no sound.
It looked like a giant plane.
My God. Yeah, here's where. See, it goes up a little bit. There's something right up there. I can see it. And then it comes down. I don't know what's back there. This comes down just a little bit. It's really strange, then it comes up. This looks like a flying aircraft carrier. Like this is where they take off. Maybe it's maybe it's portal displacement. Maybe it is an aircraft carrier. Can you imagine? That'd be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Plain and silent, she says. Watch this.
It's not Chinese lanterns, man. This is bizarre.
What is that?
It's so cool. I don't know. I can't figure out what it is. See, and here, back it up a little bit. See, this looks like there's a wing. I mean, that's bizarre. I love it. Wow, man. What is over here? It's just weird. It's a gaggle of silly meteors. Yes, the Dave. Hey, the Dave. Welcome to the show. Eric, Eric 81
Now,
872. Welcome.
Captured by
Gina, welcome.
School Society.
Stuart,
Crazy
how you
Lights.
doing?
Watch.
Off-World Adam. Long Island Bigfoot. Wreaking Havoc 215. And it was seen over different places. Why would you show people?
We need David.
We need David's big camera.
50x zoom.
50x. I got 83.
David's 50x zoom, bro.
By the way, where is DB Cooper?
Has to be.
It has to be a meteor shower.
Oh damn! I've never seen.
Hey!
All the videos you
I just said your
has
name.
been given permission granted to Third Phase of Moon.
Thank you, DB.
Some of our friends here in Hawaii, they're saying, why are their
It's
videos
his house.
being
I
seen
know.
on other channels?
I
Nobody's
didn't want to
reaching
tell
out to them or
everybody.
getting permission, and they're sharing their videos. Well, we have all the permission granted as you're watching it right here at Third Phase Moon with the breaking news. And some people are stating that over in Nepali, a huge plume of debris was falling out of the sky very slowly with a defined smoke trail behind it. They also reported seeing the phenomenon at around 10 p.m. Officials say that they don't have any kind of description or association with anything of an astronomical event that happened at this time. Maui police received multiple reports of this cluster of lights from various parts of the island. From Kahului to central Maui, people were in awe, and we're looking at these videos right now, and I'm kind of wondering what the heck is going on. Over the past week from...
Come on, look at this. Look at this. That's a ship? I don't know what to do. Is anybody looking? Anybody, you guys watching? No? You don't care? All right.
Arizona to the other side of the planet in the UK, we're getting these kind of strange lights in formation seen in the night skies. And now it has just rocked the state of Hawaii. Brent, I want to get your thoughts on this breaking news.
Yeah, Blake, growing up on the island, we have quite a few friends. And as soon as we woke up this morning, our Facebook was just littered with people sending us their videos. And we're quite excited. Our friend in Maui actually witnessed this event. And he says this was not a meteor shower. He believes this craft or whatever it was one piece, a solid object. Imagine that. If this thing was that size, it would be astronomically big. It's huge. So we can rule out Starlink. We did a little research on that. Big. It's huge. Also, we can imagine.
I'm trying to get it here.
Where it was one piece, a solid object.
I don't know about you guys. It's pretty amazing. Oh, and then there's another sighting that I didn't show you. It is unbelievable. I think is it the next one? Yeah. This is, I don't know what this is, but these UFO sightings are really good the last couple of days.
Have another submission coming in from Candice Mad Amba, and she says last night she captured this over Maui. It was hovering over her home. Take a look.
This is unbelievable. I've never seen anything. Well, actually, I've seen something similar, but not just like this. This is really good stuff. Not that. Come on. There you go. Looks like we're on 320p. It's spinning.
Is that a balloon?
Counterclockwise, which is alien. It's oh, now it's spinning clockwise, I think. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Can you zoom in a little bit? Zoom in. Can you have her zoom in?
It looks like a balloon.
Are they deaf? Oh, okay.
It's floating.
Come on, I want to see more.
All right, could this be the predecessor to the events that just happened last night? Candace shot this October 23rd, about 48 hours before the event that just happened over the state. What the heck is this? She said that this thing was triangular in shape. It had some green lights, and she also...
It did. It looked like it was going counterclockwise. Then as they backed away, it started going clockwise. See if you catch that.
All right, could this be the predecessor to the events that just happened last night? Candace shot this October 23rd, about 48 hours before the event that just happened over the state. What the heck is this?
Watch.
She said that this thing was
now it's going
triangular
clockwise.
in shape. It had some green lights, and she also knew someone on the other side of South Maui a couple nights ago that recognized the same thing. She's asking any thoughts on what this could be. It's not a plane or a helicopter, in her opinion. And we're looking at this video, and we're getting a very close-up look at it, and we can see that we don't see any kind of propeller blades.
Nah, that's really there.
It has like this
that's
drone
a UFO
type of observation characteristics.
Was there another one of these?
Could it be
Did I
extra?
not see this one? Oh yeah, we just saw that. Okay, so pretty compelling. I mean, that's really good, isn't it? Here, watch for a second. I'm gonna switch this. Now what are we doing? All right, let's go here. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff, though. You know? It's amazing. So I think the UFO, or I think the Jet-Pak guy might be a code for UFO. It sounds like they're talking about a Jet-Pak guy. It doesn't sound like they're saying, well, it's a Jet-Pak. You know, they said it looks like guy on a Jet-Pak. Jet-Pak, that means the legs are hanging down, right? And they got their little devices here. I mean, that's Jet-Pak. Not a guy on a rocket, you know, a plane, a mini rocket, a human rocket. They didn't say that. Anyway, kind of weird. We'll see what happens. It's been a couple of, 7 weeks now since there's been the Jet-Pak guy sighting. All right, let's take a break. Not a break. I mean, let's just change things up a little bit. I'm going to play this video. Everybody's seen that movie, Step Brothers. I didn't like it. I actually don't like Will Ferrell. I always think he overacts. He was good on Saturday Night Live. I admit that. But all the movies, the screaming for no reason, the running around, I never find him funny at all. Only on Saturday Night Live. He was hysterical. But they pushed too hard to make him, be crazy in the movie. So for me, but Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, my two guys, are playing Step Brothers. This is a deep fake.
Drop! 4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
I can't believe you hit Derek.
And this is good.
I know. Did you see the expression on his face?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Do you want to see something super cool that only 3 people have ever seen in their lifetimes?
I knew it, DB.
Okay, open your eyes. Whoa.
Thanks,
See that black
DB. I
smudge right
knew
there
it
on
was
the blade?
you.
Yeah. Look at it closely. Pretty recognizable signature.
No.
Randy Jackson from American Idol.
Why do you have Randy Jackson's autograph on a martial arts weapon?
Because I bumped into him and all I had on me was this samurai
Come
sword.
on.
And you're not going to not get Randy Jackson's autograph, right?
I mean, this is the best deep fake I've ever seen. I've never seen one better than this. This is the best. There's that other one that we used to play. And it was, you could tell there was, it doesn't get any cleaner.
I would have done the exact same thing.
You're not a doucher.
Let's play a game, all right? On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. Don't even think about it. Just name it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to?
Good housekeeping.
Yeah.
If you were a chick, who's the one guy you would sleep with?
John Stamos.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup.
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
That's pretty good. All right, I just wanted to change it up with a little humor, even though I can't stand Will Ferrell. He's very Ferrell-ish. All right, so what is the Mandelbrot set? What is it? Well, I got to tell you, it could be everything you know is in the Mandelbrot set. Gosh, this is a beautiful one. What? I know, I'm going to play the video. Let's see. This comes from the BITK. Permission granted? No. So we got to be careful. But we're using this to teach, learn, and prepare for the craziest thing of all. We might be living in a constructed... you got to watch it. I can't explain. This is just... All right, here we go. Go. Go.
Began when he was a student.
It is only in January 44 that suddenly I fell in love with mathematics, and not mathematics in general, with the geometry in its most concrete, central form.
All right.
Formal definition of what a curve is, but were so weird that you could never draw them, or you couldn't even imagine drawing them. They were just regarded as monsters or things beyond the realm.
They're not lines. They're nothing like lines. They're not circles. They were like really, really weird.
The German mathematician Georg Cantor created the first of the monsters in 1883.
He just took a straight line and he said, I'm going to break this line into thirds, and the middle third I'm going to erase. So you're left with 2 lines at each end. And now I'm going to take those 2 lines, take out the middle third, and we'll do it again. So he does that over and over again.
Most people would think, well, if I've thrown everything away, eventually there's nothing left. Not the case. There's not just 1 point left. There's not just 2 points left. There's infinitely many points left.
As you zoom in on the Cantor set, the pattern stays the same, much like the noise patterns that Mandelbrot had seen at IBM. Another strange shape was put forward by the Swedish.
So what it does, it goes on for infinity. Every time you break it down and break it down and break it down, and you can do this with anything, is what they're saying. And it creates an infinity of different shapes, no matter how many times you magnify it. And it's just, it shows it could be the construct of everything you know. You see this in plants, you see this in nuts, this type of Mandelbrot effect where it just continues on forever. The more you focus in on it, the more you magnify it. If you could go deep inside the molecule, you'll see this.
Each side, I take a piece and I substitute 2 pieces that are now longer than the original piece. And for each of those pieces, I substitute 2 pieces that are each longer than the original piece. Over and over again.
You get the same shape, but now each line has that little triangular bump on it.
And I break it again, and I break it again, and I break it again. And each time I break it, the line gets longer.
Every iteration, every cycle, he's adding on another little triangle.
Imagine iterating that process of adding little bits infinitely many times. What you end up with is something that's infinitely long.
The Koch curve was a paradox. To the eye, the curve appears to be perfectly finite. But mathematically, it is infinite, which means it cannot be measured.
At the time,
and every time you blow up this part, you'll get something similar, but just a little bit off. They say this is what the coastlines look like on Earth. See? Watch.
Curve turned out to be crucial to a nagging measurement problem: the length of a coastline. In the 1940s, British scientist Lewis Richardson had observed that there can be great variation between different measurements of a coastline.
It depends on how long your yardstick is and how much patience you have. If you measure the coastline of Britain with a 1-mile yardstick, you get so many yardsticks, which gives you so many miles. If you measure with a 1-foot yardstick, it turns out that it's longer. And every time you use a shorter yardstick, you get a longer number, because you can always find finer indentations.
Mandelbrot saw that the finer and finer indentations in the Koch curve were precisely what was needed to model coastlines.
We're talking constructing the universe. Do you hear what's... Oh, my God, this is amazing. And I got to show you this part. It's another minute.
Sets into points on a graph.
My first step was to just draw mindlessly a large number of Julia sets. Not one picture, hundreds of pictures.
Those images led Mandelbrot to a breakthrough. In 1980, he created an equation of his own, one that combined all of the Julia sets into a single image. When Mandelbrot iterated his equation, he got his own set of numbers. Graphed on a computer, it was a kind of roadmap of all the Julia sets, and quickly became famous as the emblem of fractal geometry. The Mandelbrot set.
It's not easy to describe the Mandelbrot set visually. It looks like a man, it looks like a cat, it looks like a cactus, it looks like a cockroach. It's got little bits and pieces that remind us of almost anything that you can see out in the real world, particularly living things. So it has a character that...
All right. One last part of this. This guy explains here that this is magnified like 1,000,000 billion times or something. And they weren't able to do the math until computers got smart, or till they came out. And then he said once the computer was able to do the math, it all fell into place.
Most people, when they say infinitely, they mean only rather big, but this is really infinity.
It's crazy because it goes on forever, which means it's very possible that what we're seeing in our own visible universe is this. That's why it's so damn big. That's why everything is so far apart, because there's so many different levels and so many different dimensions and shapes. It goes on forever. They even talk about it, like I said a few minutes ago. If you look at a leaf, you can see the Mandelbrot. You can see how it's in things and we see every day. It's very bizarre. And the weird thing about it, and you can see it right here, the spirals. These were seen in cave paintings and petroglyphs. There's something very special about the spiral that they knew thousands of years ago. And we've heard people talk about this. Just the other day when Jeff Harmon was on, he was talking about 49 different levels, 49 different dimensions here, and then another 49 times 2 there. There was like something like 300 to 500 different dimensions, and I think he even said it could go on forever, which really is exactly what they're saying here. So not only does astrology or astronomy, astrology, and numerology show that, but so does this. And you've heard it through time, through over the last probably 5, 10 years, 15 years, that we might be living in a matrix. Everything I'm doing right now is being done exactly somewhere else, but maybe with a different shirt on. Put that in your smoke and pipe it. You know what I mean? Here, and then we'll leave it with this because this guy's really genius.
Astounding about the Mandelbrot set is that although it's infinitely complex, it's based on incredibly simple principles, unlike almost everything in modern mathematics. In fact, anybody who can add and multiply can understand the principles on which it's based. You don't even have to subtract or divide, still less use logarithms or trigonometrical functions to comprehend how the Mandelbrot set is created. In fact, in principle, it could have been discovered any time in human history and not merely in 1980. But the problem is this: although it's only based on adding and multiplying, you have to carry out those operations millions, billions of times to create a complete set. And that's why it was not discovered until the era of modern computers.
There's an interesting parallel with the equation that almost everybody is familiar with, the only equation almost everybody is familiar with, E equals mc squared, Albert Einstein's equation that says matter and energy are equivalent to each other.
I hate that
was
picture.
a very simple equation with very far-reaching consequences. And the equation for the Mandelbrot set is equally simple. Z equals Z squared plus C.
The letters in the Mandelbrot equation stand for numbers, unlike those in Einstein's equation where they stand for physical quantities, mass, velocity, energy. The Mandelbrot numbers are coordinates, positions on the plane, defining the location of a spot.
Yeah, the link will be in the description. I went past my allotment. Thought somebody was knocking on my door. Pretty wild stuff. The Mandelbrot. Yeah, for me, it is, because I'm not a mathematician, but I could understand the way it was explained right now, and I understand what it's saying. But is it true? Does that mean we're living in that type of environment where everything's simulation, or it could be? The only reason I think it could be is because where did we get that spark of life? Where does it come from? How is it that our heart can be restarted with a shock? And the brain still will operate for roughly 4 minutes before it starts to degenerate, and you lose brain cells rather quickly, and you could never be the same if you don't get oxygen to your brain in those 4 minutes. Yeah, people have people fallen into ice, and their levels of everything got cold and wasn't moving, and the body slowed down enough that even though they may have died, they were in some sort of time capsule because they were frozen. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's pretty wild. So where does that spark come from? Seriously. Because when you're in the womb, right, I don't know how many weeks it is before there's a heart. What is it, 26 weeks or something? I'm not sure. But whenever the heart starts beating, that's when I think whatever we are, whoever we are, wherever we come from, it's possible that's when we are put into that embryo from whatever time frame, from whatever dimension we come from whatever species we may be. I don't know. The last couple of years, I've spoken to a lot of people who really think the same thing that I do. That it's our soul, and we may be coming from another place that we just can't understand or wouldn't be able to, because that's the design of the human body. It's just the way it is. We don't carry past memories into this life. We go in with a clean slate. We come out of the womb helpless. We can't do shit. We have to be fed. We have to be cleaned. We have to everything. What other animal is like that? There are none. But why does that have to happen? I don't know. Humans are weird. Look, a whale has a baby, comes out, swimming, eating, pooping, swimming with family. Horses, they come out, they stumble a little bit, up, crooked legs, but I'm okay. I could already walk. Is that hay? Oh, I love hay. I've just been getting liquids through my mother. It's weird. We have to be clothed. The sun is too bright. We used to have hair. Apparently, if you're going by the evolutionary chart, there's a missing link somewhere. Come on. Come on. We know what that is. There's no missing link. You mean you could find all the species that go back, what, 1.5 million years we found out on the new video that I put out last week? The creation of mankind. Finding those fossils and footprints that go back 1.5 million years. Bigfoot. People see Bigfoot. It's probably a real thing. Is it interdimensional? We wouldn't know. If you go in the ocean, try looking for an octopus, you may not find that octopus because you already swam by it and didn't see it, because they can be chameleons. And if you haven't seen on Netflix, what's that, My Octopus Teacher? I forget what it is. It's a guy who documents a year getting to know an octopus. It's wild. You got to watch it on Netflix. I got a little teary-eyed at the end, I must admit. It's really powerful. It was great. I have to thank Third Face for that one. They recommended it. Okay. So, I don't know, man. You know, you're going to believe what you want, maybe because of your religious beliefs. But if you take religion out of it, let's just take religion out of it. Can we take out what is the Greek gods? Can we take all of that out of it? What are we left with? We're left with a human body that when we die, we don't know where we go. Nobody comes back from death. Let me rephrase that. People who die, that are permanently dead, that don't come back to life, whether it be 4 days, 4 hours. If you're dead a year, you're dead forever. And I'm not talking about putting somebody in cryo sleep. Forget that. I'm just talking when you die. What is it that we hear, we see? The tunnel. We see our family waiting for us. We feel all this love. Now, I had a weird dream. I did call it a near-death experience dream, because in this dream or whatever experience I had, I floated up out of my bed because I think I had a heart attack, because the 2 days after this happened, I wasn't right. But anyway, I floated up out of the bed and I hear thoughts. Like, I know I didn't hear a voice. I just felt that there were eyes on me. And I'm getting up to the ceiling, which was 12-foot ceiling, and I'm almost there, and I'm putting my hands out to like stop myself in case I run into the ceiling. And I turn around and I see Angus, my dog, and my ex-wife, and I see them sleeping, and I turn around and I say, even though I'm dead, I don't feel anything for them. I looked back at my wife and my dog. It was like they were strangers. But yet, I felt so much love on where I was going, and when I put my hands up, they went through the ceiling, and I couldn't see up to my elbows. My hands were gone. But beyond my hands, it was just a white, dense, really dense fog. And there was very little light, and I thought I saw silhouettes lined up, don't know who they were, but I never felt anything. And then I never felt anything so powerful. Just thinking about it, I can't talk because it really was powerful. And I started floating back down, Now, during that week, what led up to that experience, I think, was because I was really pondering what it's like to die. And I think I did a show about it. And that was when I first started saying, I don't care if I die. There's nothing left for me to experience here on earth. What else am I going to experience that I haven't experienced? I'm not going to, see I don't know, maybe I'll see a meteor. If a meteor hits the earth, I'm dead. What am I going to see that I haven't seen? I've seen it all, I think. The only thing I haven't seen up close is a volcano, a tsunami, which I don't want to get near. What else? Celestial events? They're boring to me. Like lunar and solar eclipses, snooze, boring. So I was going through that, and I think whatever happened, it was on my mind so much, I probably dreamed about dying and was given this experience. And I tell you, no, it was more than that because I felt it was. But whatever it is, I remember it. And I did not forget what it felt like. And as I'm coming back down to the bed, I'm like, I actually thought this. Like, you can think stuff really fast. Like, if you're getting in a car accident, you have a lot of stuff that goes through your mind as you're spinning out of control. I know you do. So it's like that. All these thoughts go through my mind, and I did not want to go back into this world. I was angry, and when I got down and I woke up, when I got down on bed, I woke up and I was already in tears. I was crying. Go figure. But like I said, it was emotional. I didn't know, but my wife woke up and Angus just laid there. What's wrong, babe? And I go, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. I just had a dream. You okay? Yeah. So did I get a glimpse into a near-death experience, into the afterlife or life as we should know it and understand it? I think it's really weird how that experience literally changed me a little bit. Every time you have an experience, it changes you, changes your beliefs. It makes you want to research it and feel it again, which I know I probably won't feel it again until I'm ready to die. And I think what it was a way to experience it without actually dying. And maybe my brain made that happen, or it's just that time in your life where maybe you get prepared for death. How old was I when that happened? About 40? No, I was 38. Yeah, I was 30. It was before I was 40. 14 years? No. It was 40. Yeah, I remember being 40 when it happened. It was 12 years ago. It was. 12 years ago was what? What year was it? 2012, right? 2018? 2008. It was 2008 because in 2009 I moved out of that house. Yeah, it's 2008. For sure, 100%. 2007, in that house, I had the, like in the same thing. I would tell you I'm dreaming if I thought I was, but in this situation, I wasn't asleep. I woke up and heard somebody whisper in my ear, "I'll be in your head before you wake up." I love dreams like that. I love nightmares. I don't have them that much, but man, I'll be in your head before you wake up. It didn't even sound like that. It sounded like me doing the voice so I wouldn't recognize myself. And it sounded exactly like this, because when I told my wife what just happened, when she saw me waking up or freaking out, whatever, I said, you won't believe this. And I told her how it sounded. And when I did the voice, I go, oh my God, that was me. It sounded like me. And it went,
I'll be in your head before you wake up.
And that was before I did the Hulk and all that stuff.
I'll be in your head before you wake up.
And the breath was right on my ear. Like I could feel the breath. And 2 nights earlier, I saw the alien at the foot of my bed. I woke up, same thing, opened up my eyes to a pain in my ear. And then I opened up my eyes and I see the blue light reflecting off the headboard. And I turned to see where the light was coming, and I watched a beam go right by me, retract right into this alien's left hand. I didn't see a device. It just went into his hand. That's all I could see. And because all the lights were off, when the light retracted back into his hand, it illuminated its upper body, and I was able to see a glistening of what looked like bluish purple, that weird paint. You know, if you look at, sometimes you could see, I know exactly what it looks like. I can't believe I just thought of it. When there's oil on the ground and it rains, and then you see the oil on top, that color, like a rainbowish color, but it's more bluish than anything. That's what the skin looked like. It looked pasty. And I turned around to see if my wife and my dog, because I didn't hear them move, I didn't feel them move, nothing. I turn around and I go back and it was gone. It was that fast. I went, are they watching? He's gone. And then I freaked out. Weird week. That was a great week. All right. Anyway, enough about me. I was just talking about it because what are we? I don't think we're indigenous to Earth. For us to be born, okay, all right. Well, let me stop. The thoughts just come to me, and I have to stop because I just thought of something. Maybe we are indigenous to this planet. But I think what makes humans different is our intellect, of course. But the fact that when we're born, we have to care for each other or we'll die. So that means there's a bond between baby and mother, of course. And if the father sticks around, all the better. But it's how we survive. Literally, survival of the fittest. If I raised a child and I was a drug addict and I didn't take care of my kid and he starved to death, well, I'm the asshole and I shouldn't be allowed to procreate anymore. Survival of the fittest. This guy's a jerk. He didn't have critical thinking. Are we constantly evolving into these highly efficient thinkers that can solve problems? But I don't think so. You go outside and look at these protesters and talk to all these angry leftists because their guy sucks. No, just kidding. But it's just it's a weird I can't even think. I got so many thoughts going through. It's I think it's done like that on purpose. We have to come out of the womb and be helpless. And I think if our mother and father or mother cares for us enough, that's why there's the bonding with the breast milk. You're bonding to your species. Cats do it too. I know dogs do it. Pigs do it. But I think they have to. It's a weird dichotomy. It's a weird way to set things up for a species that literally grew up in caves. We come from the outdoors. We were living in caves, man. At least we were smart enough to get in a shelter. We are a weird species. So it is possible, maybe, that we don't need to have hair. And the missing link is a missing link that they already know the answer to. What if the government already knows the answer? Years ago, maybe there was a missing link that was found, and it was maybe big-eyed, big head, tiny body alien species interbreeding with, or maybe constructed through a petri dish to make who we are. The only thing that we must be really, really stupid, because if we're bred with aliens, don't you think we would get their intellect? So I think our brains really suck, but I think when we were hybrid with them, it kind of juiced it up a little bit. It kind of gave us a boost. What do they say? We only use 10% or 6% of our brain? Stupid. Why would the brain be this big and we're only using a little piece? God, I hate stupidity. We can't see it for lighting up on the monitor. By the way, I don't know if I want to do the CE5 thing Sunday. I don't know. I still have to contact everybody. It's like 10 people. It's just a lot to ask, for everybody to do it. Because I just have a feeling it won't work. I have a feeling we're going to have people joking around, and then I'll get mad, and then we'll never be friends again because I shut your camera off or booted you for goofing around, right? That's what's going to happen. We can't do this big conglomeration of 12 of us. Somebody's going to get hurt. And then I'll look like the asshole. I don't think it'll work. I don't think everybody's going to be serious like me. And I just don't think. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll let everybody know tomorrow. All right, so let me see what this is before I play it. There's 2 UFOs that were spotted near the sun. What is this? Oh, brother. All right, this is from Top 10. I thought this was from 5 subscribers. Oh, come on. Oh, I see. They put this out like it's a new video. But this is my favorite one of all, where they inject it. It gets injected. All right, I want to talk about this. This is important. Look at that. It looks like it's siphoning the power of the sun. Now, the other night, Jeff Harmon said that the suns could be portals. What if this is a portal that opened up, something came out or went in it? To me, it looks like they're siphoning out plasma out of the sun or whatever the hell they do over there. It's a bizarre looking thing. Is this... See, I think this is like a needle being put into the sun from somebody in the Matrix, right? All they're doing is going into the program, or they're reaching in to a little dish and they're putting a needle in our sun to either take or give energy. I don't know what they're doing. But that's what it reminds me of. Unbelievable. Come on, man. Doesn't this make you mad? Like, that's 93 million miles away, and something was put into the sun and retracted and pulled away as if we're watching somebody bigger than the sun out in space just jabbing it with something. I don't know. You know what I mean? This is Oh, does somebody have sighting? What's this? Who's solid? This debate is inevitable. Yeah. I'm coming in this chat as a show of respect. Oh, why is that? At Goofon, at Nathan Out, I am the youngest gun. Oh, the youngest gun. Are you from the Young Guns? Twitter Young Guns? All right, well, we welcome everybody here. I appreciate you coming over. There's no bashing. Nobody's doing that here. Nobody ripping on anybody. Just good, clean, healthy conversation about the strangeness in our universe, solar system, galaxy, and beyond. Afterthoughts, afterlife, after this is over, I'm going to think of something for tomorrow. This isn't a channel where we bash on people, just to let everybody know. Do I? How often does that happen? It's really rare, right? Unless I'm being attacked, or I don't even care anymore about all that stuff. But I don't like it that Lou Elizondo keeps bringing up this alien threat without having an alien threat to prove. They're in our airspace, fine, I get it, I understand that threat. But let's not make believe we're being shot at with laser beams and or projectiles from a UFO. But this thing just blows my mind. It was always my favorite thing when it comes to the sun. Here's something else. This is also very cool. To tell you guys, it's right there. All right, so I've got some more stuff here I got to show you. Well, let me get rid of that. Hold on a second. Get out of there. You know what I mean? You defeated Mike Turber? Well, good, man. Cool. Gotta respect that. Who's Mike Turber? Let's look him up. This is what we do. We look things up that we don't know. I guess I'm supposed to know who Mike Turber is. Unless that's code for something else. Here, Mike Turber, founder of 5x5 News and LinkedIn. Oh, Twitter? On The Hidden Truth? Claiming inside knowledge. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike Turber, Durr. Oh, wow. With Jim Breslow. He says, claiming inside knowledge that Tic Tacs are U.S. Air Force. Oh, freaking A. Well, let's take a listen, shall we? Thanks for bringing this up. I forgot all about this. Because this is what I was saying. That's what the Tic Tac are.
You don't want to do anything to reveal that, or how you acquire information in any way, shape, or form do you want to reveal that, or how you acquired information in 2005, because it's different.
But let me ask you, why do you feel it's okay to reveal what you have revealed? I mean, have you?
Well, I haven't revealed anything that's going to have the government go, I'm a traitor, I'm a Edward Snowden, toss me over.
But you really are, to this day, the only person
Correct.
who has come out and said, that I'm aware of, and especially someone who's claiming I have this information from the government,
right?
That these Tic Tac UFOs are U.S. Air Force craft.
And
So-
also, if you go back to 2004 and fast forward to 2017, that's how long it took for the guys that were actually there and saw it to come out with their information. So all
their
I'm-
information
it took-
being simply acknowledging that we saw this.
Exactly.
Right, but it's a...
They didn't come out on their own. Let's just get that. They were coerced to come out. Lou Elizondo asked a lot of people who witnessed this to come out, and only a handful of people did. Yeah, that's right. I thought this guy was a total bullshitter. If we had time to do a body language thing, and I'm glad, Solid, you probably did take this guy down. I believe that. I don't want to. I don't accept any challenges. You're probably smarter than me. I don't know what you want to debate about. But I tell you what, Solid, if you want to email me, my email's in all the shows. It's in this one too, and the link in the description. It's goofonradio@gmail.com. Yeah, and maybe we could chit chat for a minute, because I'm not going to bring you on without knowing what you want to talk about. I'm not prepared. I got to get prepared if I'm going to debate somebody. And I don't mean research. I don't know everything. I don't know if this guy has knowledge that the UFOs, the Tic Tacs, are Space Force or U.S. made. I think they are. I think it is us.
A huge leap to say that the video's real. We encountered UFOs. We don't know what they are. That's what they've said so far. Yes, that's a big revelation. They've never confirmed that before. Very significant. We were just talking to Nick Cook a couple hours ago, and he was acknowledging how significant that is in the UFO community, that for the first time, the government saying, yes, there's
Nick Pope, right? Isn't that what he mean? Okay, email me, Solid. Very cool.
UFOs. But then you've taken it a whole nother step by saying that, and it's U.S. technology, U.S. craft.
Right.
So you're the only one that I'm aware of who's come out and said that.
As far as I know.
And why do you feel comfortable that it's okay, that the government is okay with you sharing that information that they shared with you?
I don't now.
Liar. I can't tell you how bad this guy's lying out his ass. You could tell right there immediately. There's no reason to go. If somebody's asking me something and it's the definite truth, the answer comes out without any effort. This guy can't control himself. I love it.
Whether or not the government is concerned is more or less the question.
Plus, he looks like the type of guy, and I am stereotyping here. This is a stereotype. He looks like the type of guy who would bullshit you. No, I'm saying he fits the role. He fits that guy.
As opposed to whether or not they're concerned that I...
Look, he is so nervous. His eyebrows up and down, the squinting, the wideness. Like, he really is trying to make us believe him.
am the one giving the information. The information is going to come out anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just
It's not going to come out. Oh.
Eventually going to come out.
And that's because of the radar you mentioned.
Phased array radar is obviously coming out, and that's what's going to see them.
No, it's not, man. Look. You mean to tell me they're going to put the radar out next? And you know what you and I will say? You know what we'll say? Show us the clear video. We don't give a shit about your freaking radar. That's why he could say that. Now, if he switched it and he didn't say radar, but he said they're going to show us the clear version before they turned on the FLIR cameras, well, that's a different story. But to show blips on a radar, you know, raining UFOs, there was 100 of them that, remember, they came out of the sky from 80,000 feet down to 50 feet in 1.86 seconds or something silly, right? So everybody's going to say, oh, yeah, it took you 3 years to come out with that video. It's probably doctored by now, the radar. Come on, they would have put that out if they wanted us to see it. There's no reason to hold it out. Forget, if he says drip, drip, disclosure, I'm done.
Or has the ability to basically track them. The important thing is the tracking of it. It's not necessarily to see something. If we come out with new technology, which we have, and a B-2 bomber flies over your city, they will see the B-2 bomber, okay? But to track it and say, wow, it looks like it's going to Cuba, it would be an issue. So that's where you get into some tricky area of phased array radar, which can track well over 100 objects, well over 200 actually, at simultaneously live without waiting for a sweep and all this other stuff. So the issue, the bigger issue is what are people going to do with the information and who is it going to be important for? And now that the technology on both sides of the game are catching up to each other. You've got the actual craft that's designed to avoid radar going up against radar that's designed to find the craft. And all around the world, everyone, I mean, phased array radar is not new. It's been out for many years. I mean, the first cruisers that came.
All right. Anyway, I'll put the link to this in the description at the end. So you guys, I don't want to play anymore, but I'm glad that Solid mentioned. I've been meaning to talk about this Yahoo. I don't believe anything on this guy at all. He's sitting there with clenched fists, you know. It's already a warning sign for me, you know. And he's got them clenched. This one was clenched earlier. He's very stressed out. He knows he's got his ass to the fire. It's a good show. Got a good show over there. Hidden Truth. Jim Breslow. I'm surprised we haven't played more of him here. I think last year was the last time I played a clip from that guy. I've always thought he was a really good interviewer and asked really good questions. Okay, where are we? What time is it? What is this? Oh yeah, we were gonna have a little fun tonight, right? But wait, I think I have one more thing I need to talk to you about. Let me make sure. Wow. Hold on, here we go. All right. Here it is. I meant we were going to talk about this tonight. Let me pull it over. I can't believe I just did what I did. Oh, that's okay. I don't need that. So, I believe it was in 2005. It was the end of 2005. I was recording at night and watching my videos. I think I was catching iridium flare satellites and didn't really know it at the time. And then there were some airplanes and that flew by that I zoomed in on, and just to get proof that that's an airplane, that's what airplanes look like. Because where I lived, I'm surrounded by 3 airports, you know, Deer Valley, Sky Harbor International, and Scottsdale Air Park. And I'm literally at the northern end in the center of all 3. So I see a lot of activity. I see airplanes at different heights, speeds, distances. So I would record everything just to document it. And then I would mark down the time and make note. And I went back inside. Now, the whole time I'm out there, what am I doing? I'm looking for strange lights. I'm thinking of aliens and UFOs. Not really. I'm sitting out there with my headphones on or satellite on, listening to Howard Stern or some other show. So I'm not really focused on aliens a lot. You know, I'm not sitting there thinking, God, if that was an alien, he'd come down and meet with me. You know, trying to communicate. That wasn't my style. I just went out there. It was a job. I had to do it. I enjoyed it. And that's that. Now, I used the high 8 camera, which is just far enough away I can't reach it. But the handheld Sony, I think it's the TR-103 or something like that. I can't remember. But, you know, you would either hold it or I had mine on a tripod ready to go. And the whole time, you know, you're looking through I didn't use the viewfinder. I mean, you know, the screen. I actually used the viewfinder and looked inside and looked at everything. So I had my head right on the camera every time I was using it, right? So I go in to look at some video I captured, and I paused the screen for whatever. I think I was making notes, and I see something. And I see an alien. A gray. Big eyes, the head. But I noticed something different about this alien. It had teeth. So I'm looking at this, I go, wow, that's pareidolia times a million. I mean, that literally looks like an alien right there. I'm thinking, that's cool. So I didn't think anything of it. And I press play, and I'm watching the video, and I see this. I came up to the Iridium Flare satellite, and it's up in the corner, and it's bright, and I pause it, and I'm marking it, and I look up, and I do a double take, and I see a couple of aliens, like 4 aliens. I know this is stupid, but you're going to see it someday soon. And they're all different looking gray aliens. There was a tall one that looked like a male with teeth. There was a thinner one that looked like a female with a more angular head and pointed eyes. Then you had 2 little grays. And then I said, what the frig is this? Is it overlapping from a TV show? And I ejected the tape, whatever, and I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't understand what's going on here. Put it back in, pause it, there they are. So I go like frame by frame, right? And I go a little faster. And it's like those flip, you know, like you can draw a cartoon and you flip through the pages and you get each different motion. That's what I was seeing. And all 4 of them did their own thing. And it looked like they were walking and talking. So I see the alien with the teeth and the I guess his girlfriend or wife and the 2 kids are. It looks like they're walking. Meanwhile, the lights up there, you know, I'm videotaping. And I call my wife. And she's like, what? I go, I'm not going to say a word. But because she was really she was my ground, you know, she kept me grounded. She hated alien shit and all that, but she would help me out, supported me. So she came in to look at something, and I go, I'm not going to hint around. You know what I'm doing. Tell me what you see. She goes, oh, I see a light in the corner. And I go, forget the light. What else do you see? 2 seconds later, she goes, oh, one of your alien friends. And I go, yeah, and? She goes, yeah, I just see the alien right there. And I go, look to the left. So she looks too far, and I go, so I get up and I show her, and I go, look. And I point at the wife and the 2 kids, and she's stepping back, and she goes, oh my God, what is that? And I go, I don't know, it's watch. And I showed her how I did it, and we sat there for about 45 minutes going through that tape, and we saw probably hundreds of aliens all over the screen. All over. Now, when I mean all over, everywhere on the screen. So I said, babe, you know, something's weird here. So let me see something. So I grab a blank tape, open it up, unwrap it, put it in, press play. Of course, it's a blank screen, but you get all the snow. And all the snow is what I'm seeing, what I think is pareidolia. But now, me and the wife are seeing aliens doing shit, like talking. It looked like there was a whole... Yeah, it was like a planet of aliens, all different types, different... I can't explain it. I'm not making it up. It's just like, I'm trying to put into words that, like, it was like a alien, what do you call it? Not a family. I don't know. But the blank tape didn't have anything on it. Nothing. So I grabbed our wedding tape, which was also on a DV, and some of it was dark, you know, so I put that in, and I'm looking for aliens. She's with me. We don't see anything. So I take that out, chuck it. Now I'm grabbing a triangle video. I saw 3 lights that formed a triangle, so I put that in there. And we saw aliens. Old ones. It was like watching a cartoon. We would see them sitting, standing, walking, laying down, like just acting like you and I, just living out their lives. But how did it get on the video in such a way that the snow and this pareidolia-like experience is happening right before our eyes? And it didn't happen with the other videos, our wedding video. It didn't happen with my me getting a new car video. We checked a lot of different videos. And then when we went back to, I would have to say 6 out of the 10 tapes that we looked at where I was sky watching, we saw aliens. Then I see, I think it was B. Baker sends me an article. And it says, the man, COVID, the man who tried to photograph thoughts. It's a real thing. This came out December 4th, 2013. Now, because I had this experience, I wanted to do a test. And some months go by before I did it. And then somebody brought it up on the show and they said, hey, did you ever do that test where you were going to record your mind? And I said, no, but I tell you what, I'll do it tonight after the show. I did a show on Sundays, so I had all week to do it, but I did it right after the show. I figured out you had to get dim lighting, something bright, and filming it in a dark area. And I did that. I wound up getting the right lighting. But let me go on and finish here. So I wanted to do this test. My thing is, when I had the camera up to my head, I think it may have tapped in to my thoughts. Because your thoughts are energy. And I think it imprinted on the mechanism that's magnetic in the Hi8 recorder. And somehow it imprinted onto this DV tape. So I did the test. And I wanted to make it easy. And I said, this is what's going on. My thoughts are being... Now, I don't ever think of aliens eating with teeth, with hair. They had hair. They wore hats. I mean, this is unbelievable shit. Me and my wife saw. And I have it. I still have it. Of course. So I tried thinking of aliens, and I'm recording myself for 10 minutes. I said, okay, I'll do 10 minutes. I'll even meditate before I do it to get my vibration, my mind, everything ready. So it'll be an easy thing. Well, it wasn't. And it took me a long time. It was about 2 hours. And I think it was like the 10th time I did it. I started thinking, like after 4 or 5 times, I started thinking of shapes to make it easy. So I said, all right, let's do an easy shape. Let's do a square. If I see squares all over, then I know it's working. Nothing happened. I tried triangles, nothing happened. I tried circles, nothing happened. I tried a 3D box, nothing happened. And I was doing these about 10 minutes each. Because after a while, I mean, how much more thinking do I have to do? Because when I videotaped and recorded those aliens, I was literally only outside for like 5 or 10 minutes at that time. So I figured it doesn't take much to have your thoughts recorded. And I played back the 10th one. And there was all these squares everywhere. But I wasn't thinking of squares. So where did they come from? Probably in my mind from earlier. So then the next one, the next 10 minutes I did, I thought of circles. And squares showed up again. And the squares kept showing up and showing up. And I'm like, this is really unbelievable. So I got my wife, I showed her, and I said, can you do me a favor? I want you to think of triangles and just think triangle, triangle. But you have to hold, don't move the camera, but just look through it, close your eyes, just think of triangle. So she's doing this, and nothing happened for her. Pretty weird. I had her do it for like 30 minutes. She didn't have any shapes, but I did get the circles to appear too the next night. But the circles kind of looked like an octagon because, you're looking at it as a pixel, I think. But it's really weird how the squares and the circles appeared on the video. And I never did anything with that, and I still have it to this day. But this guy actually tried to photograph his thoughts. And it says in the 60s, a Denver-based psychiatrist and a man who believed he could take photographs with his thoughts staged a series of experiments with Polaroid instant film. Dr. Jule Eisenbud and his test subject, Ted Sirius, a former bellhop, were trying to prove that a psychic projection could manifest on film. I didn't even know this was happening in the 60s. Had no idea. All the photographs from the experiment are held in the special collections of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and have recently been digitized. Now, anyone can browse the results of the experiments and decide for themselves if they believe in thoughtography. It falls into a long history of using the medium of photography to try to depict or capture or collect evidence of paranormal events. The case of Ted Sirius is unique in that he used Polaroid cameras to produce his imagery. I think that's possibly double exposure. I don't know. You can't buy this stuff. Spent 3 years working with Eisenbud, moved to Denver just for the experiments. It's pretty interesting. Ted's face, shoulders, and sometimes portions of the room behind. Oh, okay. The exposure was made upon a signal from Sirius, a snap of the fingers, or verbal command. Some of his thoughtographs purported to show images of an object or place that wasn't there, such as the one at the top of the post, supposedly of the Parthenon in Athens. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought this was a jaw. I thought this was teeth. Okay, here it is, the Parthenon. Come on. See, now I don't buy it. Others, called normals, depict what one would expect all of the photographs to show: Ted's face, shoulders, and sometimes portions of the room behind him. Other photographs strangely turned out totally black or white. Ted said that when making thoughtographs, he didn't see the image in his mind or his imagination prior to making the exposure. He said that it was more akin to him being a kind of portal through which this information or imagery simply passed. Not buying it. Anyway, that's pretty interesting stuff. I'll put that link in the description. And I was going to do something tonight, but it looks like we ran out of time. Something interesting. It might have been fun. I don't know. Did we run out of time? Yeah. See, I was going to play a game. Yeah. Whoa. Uh-oh, that just pulled me in. What the hell?
Such a shame. You almost had it.
Oh.
You will.
Stay awake. Sleep is a poor excuse. And so are you. All preparations have been made. Your little toys await you upstairs. Time waits for no one. Doctor, do not waste hours. Act.
So let's go. Play it. Ma? Ma? Oh. Ma? Uh-oh.
One, in his time, plays the parts of many men.
Yeah, games like this kind of boring.
The others.
I thought it would be interesting. I never played it till now.
He's expected to behave properly.
All right, I agree with that
Worlds
comment.
that aren't really there.
I agree with your comment right there. Yes. Amazing. Oh, wow. What a freaking night. I can't believe it. All right, are we done? Yeah, we're done. So, that's it. Guys, better go. Better go have a good night, everybody. Have some fun. Do your own thing. I want to say thank you, super chatters. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, newcomers and veterans alike. This has been Goof On. Hope you had a fun night tonight. We covered everything. I'm proud of us. We did good. Yeah, that game was a waste of time, Eric. Thank you for being the voice of reason. I appreciate that. I'll have a better game some other night. Meatballs! See you tomorrow night, everybody. Have a good week. Don't work too hard. Good night.